Pokemon Generation 1. This is the first Pokemon I played as a kid, but there was one thing I never managed to do myself: completing Pokedex. Now, 24 years later, I finally done it. Completing the Gen 1 Pokedex wasn't just about catching them all. It was about achieving my childhood dreams. From experiencing my first ever Pokemon trade to finally getting Gengar after all these years, teaching fly to my old Charizard who couldn't fly back in the days, and finally get it on my original save data, making Pikachu, who used to hate me so much, get addicted to potions and fall in love with me, using the glitch to catch Mew, and even visiting the truck that everyone was talking about it, seeing it myself and use the strengths on it. It's been a journey filled with incredible moments. And of course, I finally got the diploma in the end. Printing it took some time, but yep, I got my diploma. Completing the Pokédex and earning the diploma felt like closing a small but meaningful chapter in my life that's been open since when I was a kid. Today, I want to share that experience with you. After defeating Elite 4 and our rival Gary, my next goal was simple. Gotta catch them all. Looking through the Pokédex to find missing Pokemon's locations and going after them to catch them all. It was so much fun. I also learned more about the Pokemons, about the stuffs that I didn't know before. For example, I honestly did not know much about stone evolutions, other than Eevee. I was leveling Nidorina and Nidorino up to about 40-ish and wondered why they were not evolving. Turns out they needed a Moonstone. I mean, I knew about Jigglypuff, but my impression of these two Pokemons are very evil and strong ground-type Pokemons for some reason, so it was a surprise to me. Learning more about Pokemons and catching them all were really fun, as this is my first time to complete Pokedex, and it was a new experience. I enjoyed most part of it. And the reason why I say most is because of this one Pokemon, Chansey. My commute to work is about 40 minutes each, which makes it over an hour per day. And I spent 4 days of commuting in Safari Zone. I was able to catch most of them on day 3, but Chansey just itself took me 2 days. This fat nursing Pokemon was a nightmare. Took about 2 days of commuting by just itself. And the moment I caught Chansey in a bus, I almost screamed, and people were looking at me. After Safari Zone, rest of the parts were more about the grinding to level up the Pokemons and evolve them. You might wonder why I'm showing Dragonite after Charizard and Venusaur. It's because I couldn't find Squirtle. I realized that I left Squirtle to daycare as soon as I got him, as I was on my way to get bike. And I forgot about Squirtle until this point. Let's go pick him up. Daycare Grandpa did an amazing job. I mean, he's great. I had Squirtle for about 3 minutes, and Daycare Grandpa raised Squirtle for more than 30 hours, and even made the strongest Squirtle that I have ever seen. It's cute, but it became a monster. Thank you very much, Grandpa. After getting around 117 Pokemons in Pokemon Yellow, it was almost time to move on to the next version. However, there is something I need to do in Yellow. I need to see the truck myself. Do you see this NPC? I trusted this NPC back in the days, and I even spread the rumor that I confirmed that ship comes back every year. We get a chance to catch Mew only on that day, which made one of my friends to leave the ship on his birthday so he doesn't forget about it. Anyway, I waited this moment so much, and it's finally time to see. The truck really did exist. I still have no idea why this rumor even reached Korea when game was not even released, but it took me 24 years from hearing about it to seeing it myself. I know that pushing truck will not do anything, but this is something I have to do since I'm already here. And of course, I made Mew to do this for me on purpose just for this. After this, since I'm somewhat done in yellow, let me quickly go over Pokemon Blue to get the version exclusives. Since I only spent 3 minutes with Squirtle, I picked him for my starter here. I mean, Turtle with Bazooka is cool. First, I beat the rival, of course. I beat the first gym, and we faced the legend youngster who likes shorts once again. And my Squirtle just evolved. Then I beat the old gym leaders, including Misty. I get my Eevee, which I need to transfer. I defeat Erika. Go over the Team Rocket's hideouts. Visit the Ghost Tower. Wake up Snorlax from sleeping, make him angry. And finally defeating Ninja Master Koga, who unlocks Surf for us. After defeating Koga, I finally got the turtle with Bazooka. He looks pretty fat in blue version, but I like it. Now that we have surfing, we can now go to the Pokemon Mansion, where I could catch blue exclusive Pokemons, Magmar and Vulpix. Since I got the Eevee and the version exclusives, it was time to do the tradings to send the Pokemons to yellow version. And do some trading evolutions, because we're trading anyway. Resetting my childhood save data on the red was not an option. I already sent few red exclusives. After trading Pokemons and grinding the levels, I noticed something. The traded Pokemon gets boosted EXP, which really helped a lot and made the whole process a lot easier. I feel like I should have traded more Pokemons, but yeah, I didn't know about this, so whatever. After grinding and evolving the traded Pokemons, my Pokedex number became 138. And I was just going over what Pokemons I'm still missing, as it's getting close to 151. Based on the scan at this point, the first things that caught my attention were Psyduck, fossils, and EV evolutions. Since I already got other EV from Blue, it's time to get some more Pokemons from Red. Official book that I have actually recommended the Misty's gym to get Psyduck. So I'm sitting next to her, get the Pokemon from her gym, and as book says, I got Psyduck. Psyduck always reminds me of one of my friends when I was young. She said Psyduck looks stupid, and she loves it. It's her favorite Pokemon. I heard that, and I called her, "You look stupid," and she got angry, so I wasn't sure what her problem is. I thought she liked those stupid looks. Well, maybe not. Now our Pokedex number is 140. Seems like Vulpix was just Firestone evolution, so yep, now we are at 141. Do you remember that I said I did some trade evolutions? Yeah, I did the Gengar Alakazma, as those are the only trade evolutions I knew. And turns out there were 2 more trade evolutions. When it comes to trade evolutions, I'm pretty blind since I never traded before. Other Pokemons, I knew about them, but for some reason, out of 151 Pokemon, I honestly didn't realize that Golem was Gen 1 Pokemon because, yeah, I've never seen him before. After trade evolutions and getting them back in yellow, that makes Pokedex number to 143. I did some grinding to level up the fossil Pokemons and the Psyduck. And after the evolutions, our Pokédex number became 146. And with the 2 EV revolutions, it became 148. It's getting real close to 151. The goal is very near. I checked the Pokédex. 3 missing Pokemons I have are Tangela, Jinx, and Porygon. I'm actually pretty surprised that I didn't have Tangela because I'm pretty sure I saw Tangela a lot when I was grinding in Safari Zone. Maybe for some reason, I thought I already had it and ran away because I was pretty pissed at fat nursing Pokemon at the time. No worries, according to the official book, I have some plans for this. For these 2 Pokemons, there are in-game traits, outside of yellow version of course. So I prepared the wanted Pokemons and sent them over to Pokemon Red. And we are now heading to fill 2 out of 3 Pokemons. After trading, I sent them over to yellow version, and now that puts us into the 150 Pokemon. 150. There is just one last Pokemon, Porygon, the Pokemon that I always dreamed of, as only way to get Porygon is buying with casino coin. And when it comes down to gamble, I'm really bad at it. My family goes to Las Vegas once a year as family thing. And it's been already 6 years, and I have never left Vegas with making money. Every single year. There's probably a day or 2 where I won some money, but by end of the day 4 and time to leave Vegas, I always ended up losing all and go home with no money. I'm always saying next year is different, and one day I'm gonna win everything back. Reason why I'm keep losing every gamble is because I'm planning to win something really big next year. And honestly, at this point, I kind of want to stop saying that and just actually win some money. Okay, so at least in game, thanks to Elite 4, I could be bad at gamble but still buy the casino coins. And we got 9999 coins. We can actually go get our last Pokemon now. This is it. I finally caught all 51 Pokemon. Looking at Pokedex, it's so satisfying right now. It's time to tell this news to everyone, starting from Professor Oak, my mom, and then the game directors. Professor Oak told me that completing Pokédex was his dream, and he had to give it up because he's too old. I didn't know about this fact until this play, and I'm glad that I could do it for him. I hope he liked it. After that, I headed to game directors, as he said come back to him once I complete my Pokédex. He shows me the diploma, and all the game directors were so nice. It looks pretty cute that the developers put their characters in game, and congrats players like this. And there's something I prepared for today. Do you remember that art director mentioned about printing diploma? Yep, that is what I prepared. I prepared a Game Boy printer just for today. Instead of analog pocket, let me bring up my Game Boy Color for this specific moment, as it was the actual Game Boy I used when I was young to play my first Pokemon. And I am having Diploma with this Game Boy. Experiencing this, completing Pokédex, getting Diploma, along with everything, this feels more satisfied than I thought. I'm really glad that I started YouTube channel for this long project. I definitely did not expect to get Diploma, and I'm very excited right now. I guess it's time for a little speech, as it's a diploma time. First of all, thanks again to my father, who bought first Pokemon for me. I couldn't read anything at the time, but I cannot describe enough how much I enjoyed the adventures. And playing Pokemon changed my thinking process, a way of enjoying video games, and changed my life. I'll probably create another video how playing Pokemon when I was a kid changed my life and even helped me landing a job in future, but that's a separate thing. The printed diploma looks really cute, and it even has a Mew. I love it so much. You might wonder why I'm printing it again. I was actually thinking about frame the diploma and put it on my room, but I also wanted to have one with me on my cell phone case so I can show it to everyone I meet outside. Alright, this now completes Gen 1 Pokédex and my Pokemon Generation 1 journey. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and let me know how it was. I'll see you next time.